Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, we've got the new UFO videos just in to Third Phase of Moon. Let's roll it.
Está girando.
Oh.
Ese es un ovni.
Vivo,
Un objeto no identificado. Miren. Mientras que hacíamos deporte. Ven que te pueden abducir. ¿Escuchan el ruido? ¿Y cómo gira? Llama. El Salfate, ¿dónde está Salfate en este momento que lo necesitamos? ¿Dónde está Salfate?
Oh, qué lástima, hombre.
All right, we're looking at this, and get a closer look at it. Some enhancements. You can hear it in the people that are filming this. They're in shock and awe. They're saying that can't be a cloud. Some people are saying it's an ONV, a UFO. This can't be what we're looking at. Could it be some kind of mothership? I don't think so. Lenticular cloud, or could be something cloaked in the clouds. Brent, your thoughts here?
Yeah, I really like these a lot. People, you know, whatever they think, they're actually thinking there's something out there. This could be, in their mind, some sort of alien invasion. What I'm looking at is more likely a weather phenomenon. Yeah, again, a lenticular cloud, but look at that. It's in its perfect shape. It looks like a classic flying saucer. This is fun. If I caught this, if anybody catches a phenomenon like this, upload it to YouTube and share it with us.
And then people still believe and seen it with their own eyes. UFOs that have cloaked themselves or hid within these cloud formations. I'm not saying that is the case, but you just never know if you're looking into the subject matter. Now, more footage coming in, and this one is kind of interesting stuff, especially as we're looking at this coming in. It's just interesting. NASA is revealing images of what's happening right now on the surface, or I guess on the outer layer of the sun, and something very concerning is appearing, and it's happening right now. We're not gonna be fear mongers, but this is just quite amazing. I've never seen anything quite like this. A gaping black crevice just ripping through the sun, almost resembling, as people are stating on the internet, the Eye of Saruman. Brett, your thoughts here?
Yeah, the Eye of Sauron, I believe. But anyway, we're looking at something. It's a phenomenon. And again, we've never seen anything like this in our lifetime, is what I've been aware of. I've looked at thousands of pictures of the sun through Soho, and we've captured quite a few objects. It seemingly enters the sun itself, powering up. Now we're looking at this big black mass with kind of a sideways triangle to it. And you see these little spots of light that are kind of maybe grasping at their last straws of light. I would hope that the sun fills up and heals itself if that's what it's doing. Is there a problem with it? Who knows?
Yeah, we're looking to actually follow up on exactly if NASA has any statements, maybe tomorrow. But right now, we're just receiving these images, and the information basically states that there's solar winds and things like this. But again, it doesn't seem something mundane here. This seems so abnormal. If you're asking me, I want to get your guys' thoughts as you're looking at this, as we're doing this live premiere, and give us a big thumbs up. Brett, any more last thoughts before we get to the new videos just in?
Yeah, I'm just looking at how large this is. I'm wondering how many planet Earths you could fit in within this mass here. Shoot, I could take a guess, 20,000 maybe a possibility that you could fit in there, maybe even more. Again, this thing's, it's huge. It's taking up a huge part of the sun. It looks like a scar. It's definitely curious. I think we should definitely keep an eye on this and see how the sun recovers, or something else transforms into another formation. Who knows?
And we've got a lot of amateur astronomers that follow us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Have your eyes peeled. Get your telescopes out with the heavy filters and see if you see anything strange going on with our star within our solar system. Now, like I said, more videos. Check it out.
これ光すごいよこの光。なんなんこれ。 これ何ですかこれ。太陽か。いや何個もあったよ今。あれ。あ、え。
All right, we're getting some information. I'm thinking this was a shot in Japan just earlier this week, and we're looking at some kind of strange glowing object suspended seemingly in midair, and then it traverses behind the trees. I'm just seeing if I could see if this could be a refraction of light on the windshield, but then again, I'm seeing it actually go behind the trees. I want to do some enhancements, get a closer look. It almost seems that it's in front of the wires and then it's behind the wires, and maybe it's just the strange light, but then again it seems that it's off in a distance as it bleeds behind the trees, and I'm not seeing any manipulation. This thing's strange. I'm trying to gauge the perspective on it.
Yeah, to me it looks like it's somewhat off in a distance. It's not in front of the power lines. I'm thinking maybe it's just the intense light, the energy of it kind of drowns out the passing of the lines itself. Again, this is a pretty cool phenomenon. This seems pretty large. Again, it's off in the distance. I can imagine this thing being maybe, well, I'm not going to take a guess on the size. Could it be maybe the sun shrouded within the clouds itself, creating this illusion of something close within the vicinity of the landscape there? Hard telling if this is some sort of new technology, and we could see the brightness of it illuminating. It got this person's eye to film this. I really like this UFO a lot here.
Yeah, and it seems that it was spotted by this eyewitness in kind of a populated area. So again, Japan, we're wanting to see your UFO videos, the phenomenon. It's happening worldwide, but again, as we're looking at this, again, as I enhanced it, it just seemingly seems to be in front and then behind the wires, but then definitely behind the tree. It's just very strange. Again, maybe the luminosity of whatever this object is just so bright it bleeds through the power lines, and the digital's just not quite picking it up. I'm still thinking this is way off in the distance. So again, guys, what are we looking at? Very strange stuff indeed. Now, again, there's videos that have been making the round recently, once again, and I think some of the videos we need to see again and share it with you. This one from Ranger H. This is something that's been talked about in the major media, the spheres, these spherical UFOs in close proximity to military situations. And again, I watched this video earlier today, and I said, I got to go back and revisit this and do a little bit more enhancements. Some people are kind of dismissing this as just practical CGI effects or some kind of an illusion. But what we're hearing from the inside is that Ranger H has been actually experiencing the phenomenon and catching it, and we're going to keep an eye on this very closely. But again, like I said, I was going to do some enhancements, and I want to get your thoughts as you're watching this. And Brent, let me just pull it up and get yours.
Yep. Pull that up. And what I'm excited about too as well, we got a video we're going to be showing later in this episode. It lasts 12 minutes, and you don't get that very often. So we're adding a little brightness and contrast here coming up, and a good close-up. Let's bring it in. Here we go. Again, it doesn't seem to me that there's a CGI, even though it's a possibility. I just like the way that the dynamic works. It seems that it's actually making a circular motion, and there's a distance from the camera, then it pulls in a little bit closer. And the video that we're going to be showing a little bit, in just a bit, it really has the same phenomenon, the same kind of look, the spherical object that seemingly defies the laws of physics.
Again, you see this flash of light, almost like a camera flash. Is this the propulsion behind it? Did you see that incredible maneuver? And it was just liquid in its way of its maneuverability. This isn't a balloon. This isn't a drone. It was quite amazing, and hopefully we can see that once again. But again, you see a little pulsating light underneath this metallic sphere. And again, if this is the means of propulsion, it just really doesn't make much sense to how it's operating. Is it intelligent? Is it a biological being? It's just very strange. And again, we have this 12-minute video. We're gonna roll it raw tonight, but again, it's basically the same object captured in different parts of the world.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of Star Wars Imperial probe droids, or whatever Luke Skywalker was doing and practicing with the lightsaber. That kind of technology. That's what it rings out. And I'd be really happy if we could grab this thing out of the sky, bring it on the ground, and see what's making this thing tick. Now, here we go. A 12-minute cut of a new video, a silver orb that just seems to be searching the area. Let's take a look at this.
I like the perspective there as we're watching this. The cameraman pulls back, shows that whatever this is, and he pretty much could line it up, do some math on it. This thing's off at a distance. I would say at least maybe 200 feet, maybe up to 1,000 feet away from the camera operator, but it's just hanging there, just seemingly just steady in the sky. I'm not seeing any kind of manipulation, any strings attached. Again, we're watching this, and me and Brandon have watched this video just over the past hour and a half a couple times. It lasts for 12 minutes, but near the end, it even gets more and more dynamic. In my opinion, showcasing that what we're looking at is very authentic footage. So let's just check it out for a little bit here. So a little advice, if you're coming across a UFO and it's just hovering there, focus in on it. If you have good lenses on a camera or your new iPhone, we have really cool lenses where you can zoom in on the object, but really importantly too is you want to like back it out, so you kind of show the area that you're in to give a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more of a trifecta of maybe figuring out the size. I'm liking the clarity here though. It's like some people say we only see dots or blurry shots of a UFO. This thing looks just like maybe a disc or a sphere, depending on what angle. If it's a disc and it's upright, it could look as a sphere, which we've seen the kind of discs that are horizontal instead of vertical. Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and there's something weird about it, because at the top, at kind of the 2 o'clock position, you might see an appendage kind of pop out, and then the 6 o'clock position, you see something else kind of protrude. Almost, I'm not saying it's a tether, because I don't see it attached all the way down to the bottom of the screen. It just seems to be kind of attached to this spherical ball. Then I think I just saw another kind of appendage pop out to the left side of this. Again, this thing looks metallic, and you could almost see maybe even a cut in between the sphere itself. There's that good pull out like Blake was talking about. This is how you kind of really showcase the authenticity of the video. This isn't CGI.
Again, you see a little slight breeze on the leaves from the tree, but this thing isn't moving one single bit. I think right now maybe the camera person's shifting their feet, but again, I like that the camera person pulls out and then pulls in, and again, we get a good close-up look at what's just hovering up there. it would have been nice if some of the footage that came out on the news and the Tic Tac and the gimbal and the Go Fast, or even some of the other videos that had dropped from the military, would be as clear as this. And this again lasts for 12 minutes. Could these be drones being sent out by some kind of private corporation, or are there drones from something interstellar, not of this Earth? Again, we're not seeing any kind of physical means of propulsion. I think if this were a balloon, it would have drifted off. We don't see any kind of oscillation on it that would indicate that. This thing has mass, and in my opinion, it's metallic, but what kind of metals or material is this made out of?
That's the big question. It looks like a ball bearing, which is like, it's heavy. So you'd think this thing could be really dense. Hard telling. I'm just throwing that out there. Again, it's just right up there past the trees, and this thing's not moving. It seems like the cameraman has to position himself to maybe get a better shot. But again, this is pretty fascinating, because we don't see this all the time, where people are they pull out the camera. Usually these UFO sightings on the average last about 15 to maybe 30 seconds. Now we got a 12-minute video that we could just look at it, analyze it, and rule out a lot of things. Definitely, I'm ruling out that this is CGI. This is what we're seeing is something in the sky. Could it be a balloon? Again, that's a possibility, but we're not seeing the reactions of normal balloons, the way they just wobble and kind of don't seem to just stay steady the way this thing is. I think we're about halfway through this one, and we get better imagery at the end, and it has more dynamic, so we're excited to keep sharing this with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Raw and uncut, no cut angles or anything, to try and basically, in my opinion, showcase to you that we're sharing this with you because we believe it's authentic, what we're looking at, especially with these, again, metallic spheres being talked about in the news, but they're not showing us any exciting footage, maybe a still photograph or a few little seconds of imagery. This one, again, it's raw, 12-minute cut. Give us a big thumbs up. But guys, take a look at this as this video progresses in real time. So definitely has the same feeling and video of the Ranger H video. And if we could confirm who actually shot this and wonder what the circumstance behind this close encounter with this sphere just seemingly spying on the person shooting it. This 12-minute video is quite amazing, and the dynamics behind it, again, proves to us that what we're sharing with you is legitimate. The dynamics of the autofocus, or trying to focus in on the object as it blurs in and out, really, again, showcases, in my opinion, that what we're looking at of the optics of the camera trying to focus is not the fault of the operator. It's the fault of the digital camera trying to lock in. But we see it when you try your best, as the person is trying to do. He actually locks in a really clear shot here.
Yeah, it's interesting dynamics. Again, that is definitely the clear shot we're seeing of this. It's really good. I wish this thing would just take off or do some just erratic maneuvers to prove that we're looking at technology not from this world. But again, it seems like it's just there on a mission. It's scanning the area, in my opinion. I like the way it was behind the trees there. It looked like it was wobbling, but I'm not sure if that was the effect of looking at maybe the tree wobble through the wind, creating an illusion that the craft was wobbling.
Or possibly a little bit of parallax as the camera operator is trying to position, stepping around and moving around, creating that movement. Because again, this thing has been hanging out for 12 minutes. Maybe there's subtle movement by this craft as we're looking at it. Again, shifting from a little bit right to left, up and down. Then at this point, I was looking at this video very closely to see if it went behind the trees, which will indicate its size. And let's just watch it together very close here. Yeah, it seemed that it did go behind the tree line. So whatever this is, it's quite large. Let's see. I think he catches it again. There it is. Shifting in and out of focus again, trying to get the shot. And the 12-minute shot, in my opinion, is groundbreaking. And I'm really hoping you're digging this content, guys. As you're watching this live premiere, we're joining you in the chat. And again, we've got a lot of videos coming in to Third Phase Moon, so it's going to be a busy week. Make sure you hit that subscription button and the notification